Well, hey guys, we're at steel mill up in Burns Harbor, Indiana, and I'm going to try and show you a few tips on loading plate steel. And I hope you can see and hear me okay. We're always in noisy areas. A little bit foggy out too, so I hope the lens doesn't get all messed up. On plate steel, you need a corner capture, both ends. So you can see I'm coming across, under, and my dunnage is shorter. It's not as wide, so I can get the chains down. This is their dunnage, this is what they asked me to use. So I'm coming down and up and through. That's what's making so much noise. It's a trimmer conveyor belt. And I'm going to come across. Now this one's already tight, but I want a good corner capture. That way I can keep it from doing any sliding. And now these are 3/8, 5/16, and 5, and then 3 and 3. So I've got corner capture at both, and 4 chains down the center. Load's about 42,000. I probably should have put it up just a little bit more forward, but I'm still learning the trailer. So if I end up having to redo all my chains, then that's a learning lesson. But my gauge on my drive showed me I was under, so I was safe there. I should be okay. It should be just enough forward to get me there. I probably should have moved it up about 3 feet. And I tell you what, we had to pull into the building from an angle, and I only had about an inch to spare. 51-foot trailer, it's just, you know, you don't have a lot of extra room, especially when it's in spread. Now if I'd have went in there tandem, I'd have probably been alright, but I had no idea, because this particular mill I have never been to. So I'm going to try and show you a tip. I'll go on down and do this one first. Turn around so in case that makes more noise, which I know it will. The wind's behind me and so is that conveyor. Now I've got the quick binders, but I've also got some of the old standard red ratchet binders, and these ones will come apart if you unscrew them too far. And I'm trying to make sure my chain is not twisted. I'm putting my hook on the opposite side of the weld, just like they teach you. I always try and get it right where it's correct. I have a hard time wearing gloves. It just doesn't work for me. I'm just not very good. But I had to change gloves because earlier get a better pull up. I zipped myself on some steel, got a little slice, because the gloves were not that good. Okay, I got it in there. There we go. Now I'm going to put my foot down on here just to kind of hold everything. And then if I start twisting, the trick is to put your bar down in here and help stop some of the twist. It helps if I go the right way, doesn't it? Just having a heck of a day, ain't I? It happens. This side wants to twist. I guess that side does too. And I use it to hold it down. I bind mine in the center because I know that the hang-off chain, the leftovers, is not going to go off either way. That's just, I want a dead center pull. That's just me. So let's go do the angle one real quick. I pull up my slack usually. Try to get everything angled up where it looks correct. Lay it off on the side. And these you can take it to neutral. I'll put my foot on it. Make sure looks like I'm right at the end already. So there we go. I can't see with these glasses on. They're steaming and they're full of sweat. There we go. So these ones usually don't twist as bad, but I have had them do that. These floppy gloves are just not very good. About the only thing I've ever had issue with these binders is they didn't make this ring diameter big enough to keep the cogs from touching material, because it does drag. That's the only improvement I think I would make. It doesn't really matter because all these binders are rated for the same chain. Because it will default to the lesser amounts. If you've only got binders that are rated for 5/16 on, you're trying to put them on the 3/8 chain, I don't think they're going to fit for one, but it will default to the lower rating. So just remember that, just get your stuff, everything rated for 3/8. And you'll be pretty much, unless you're a heavy haul guy, you're not going to need too much extra. I would suggest instead of 4, like what Landstar suggests when they first tell us here's a list, is I'd get 8 3/8 and drop off some of the 5/16, and I'd get 8 quick binders instead of the red binders. Your life would be so much easier. It doesn't really make any difference, like I'm saying. I'm pouring down sweat. That's crazy. It's just humid. And I'm from a place that doesn't have much humidity. So I got a gallon of water in the cooler. Another thing, folks, just, well, I've said it before, you got to watch yourself, especially when you start getting around places where they got a lot of heat and humidity combinations, and heat index. Take it easy. Just, probably about it. I just have to be careful. When I was first starting out with these, because at Werner, all I had was lever binders. They didn't give us any ratchets. rebar. We had a set of lumber tarps, steel tarp, chains, binders, straps, some corner protectors. These are pretty well trapped. I mean, they're not going to go anywhere. There's not enough to go over the side. There's not enough for anybody to scream about. Not a lot I can do. See the wheel well issue. I can change that, I suppose. I just have to see how everything lines up. And I may change that. I don't like it. I can't do anything much over there because that's already used up. I'll at least move it back a little bit. Just change the way it connects. Move back an extra foot. There's not a lot I can do. Not that it's going to make a lot of difference, but it does move the other connection back. As you can see, I just don't, there's nothing there. Yeah, they've got chain pockets right here, and that'd be the only other option I'd had. I suppose they're alright, but I'm not going to do that. It'll be fine. Yeah, flimsy ass gloves. I tell you what, I've got some other ones, but they're wore out. That's the ones why I got zipped. I had to make a bandage that works. They just fit tighter. These have got a lot of flop. But these edges of steel are, well, they're like a knife. So a lot of places require you to wear long sleeves for that reason. I'm just careful where I put my arms. And that moved it back a foot. So it looks more even. If you look at the two and these, the two in the center there, it's a lot more even. No one's going to complain on that. If they do, I'll just feed them cookies, I guess. There's several different ways to do this. You can hang this thing up by the side rail if it happened to fit really well, which it doesn't on this one. That took away a lot of my old techniques. I'd hang it by the side rail and do my spinning before I ever did anything else. But you know, that's the reason why I have to do what I do, because the side rail's got an extra thickness on it that won't allow the hook to sit. There's a lot of things I can't do with this trailer, and they just, well, they'll hear about it soon enough. Make sure I don't have too much of a twist. Sorry, I just have a hard time seeing perspiration in my eyes. Just want to make sure you don't get a hook like this by accident. I've had that happen to me, you know. Just so tired or whatever, and I had to go back and look at it again, and I caught myself, because I always do the second look like I've taught in other videos. It just, I'm not the expert really. I mean, been doing it a while, but you know, there's people been doing it longer than I have, and I'm always willing to learn. I don't know everything. I learned from an old guy, probably in the 70s, about some equipment, catchers with chain binders, and the single chain 2-binder rule that I adopted was also from the same guy, and he started showing me. So I've been hauling heavy equipment for 55 years. This is what I do, and if you don't mind, I'll show you the tip. And I said, yes sir, thank you very much. I have no problem with that at all. Okay. 2 3/8, 2 5s, 2 3/8. 42 and change. Pretty good to go. To give you an idea. I don't jump down from a regular flatbed anymore. I'm 54. I don't want to be taking a chance on hurting myself. I'll slip down like that on a step deck, because it's not that far off the ground. That's waist high. Everything's inside the rail, both sides. They made sure of it when they put the crane down. I mean, they had the load waiting ever fast. These guys are good. Floppy gloves. I hope you can see. Let me check. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull over here, and I'm going to try and step out and show you that where I was pulled in. Then I'm going to shut it off. Whew. Sweating up a storm. Yeah, I hope I'm alright. I'm a little far back. I just hope I didn't mess that up. But if I did, I'll tell you. It's a learning thing with a new trailer. They pulled in from a door around the corner over there. It's basically like one of these doors, and you have to miss the pillars and stuff in there, and they got an overhead crane, they drop it right down there. It's pretty cool. This guy's fixing his stuff. He looks like he's good to go. He's got a 96 wide. I got the 102. His trailer is a bit narrower. He's still good to go. So I'm going to shut this thing off. Get down here to the scale here, I think. Oh, let's see. Oh, a little heavier. Oh. Employee cemetery, or at least memorial. That's a bummer. It looked like there's at least 20 people, 20 men dead over the years. Maybe they had an accident. Hopefully not, but probably what did with something blowing up or whatever. It's an old mill. These mills like this, you know, a lot of times they'll have you know, a lot of rail cars coming in and out constantly. I had to wait for a train just to get in here. So, holy crap. Yeah, here he comes. I don't know where he's going, but I'm going to have to watch for him. I don't know how slow he is. do my right mirror and look for him. Okay, he hit a switch. He went a different direction. Luckily, I've got rotating mirrors. I was able to view what was going on. I'm going to get across the tracks. Try not to hang out. That's something that's a little extra for you folks. You got to watch. Making your swings and stuff like that. Most of these guys are pretty good. And these, yeah, looks like they designed them, the turns. Some places like a military bases, you're not going to have those kinds of turns. And they didn't design it for big truck traffic. Okay, there he is. Ha! You beat me. I think should be good to go. I hope they axle me out, and that's one of the things. They're going to get a gross weight, but I want to see what my tractor weighs. Then I can deduct some of these other numbers and make sure I come out right. He waved me on, so here we go. Door numbers and stuff. I was like a door 7064 or something like that. I had to find it, and it's easy to lose track of stop signs. They tell you, they give you sometimes, oh, take X amount of stop signs, turn left or whatever. Well, I lost count. When I turned out of here, it was like 3, and I went, okay. So it's easy to do. I get lost just like everybody else does. At my spot mirrors, make sure I'm good to go, because that'll give me an angle. I can look back to the track there. I've got it turned out where I can kind of see, and that's, you know, Landstar, they require you to have those, so they do come in handy. It's not like you don't use them. Left lane to scale, it says. Outbound trucks use left lane to scale. I know where I'm going. It's way over there. And I hope like heck my trailer is right, and I need to. I guess I gotta be on over here. Alright, see, I still didn't know what the heck's going on. I'll wait for this guy. I gotta be way over. It's just a natural thing. You look at a double yellow line, you go, okay, well. That's fine. I don't mind having somebody go ahead of me. Hopefully, like heck, there's some kind of readout or something. We've got to punch this card in. I don't know what the heck. Got to figure it out. The gal in the office told me to take this scale, so we'll see how this goes. I'm on down here. I'll make sure I'm on down here. Just insert card face down, it says. I don't know. I guess that's right. I didn't hear any people see anything else. I have no idea. Guess the darn thing is supposed to go up to let you out. Shoot, I wanted to get an axle weight. Should have went to this gal over here. I don't think they care, so we'll figure it out. Oh well, I'm going to turn this thing off. Hope you enjoyed it.